Reports have circulated since long that Russia has been offering India oil at drastically reduced prices. It was today reported that Russia wants India to take 15 million barrels contracted for this year to begin with, adding that the talks are taking place at government level. There are now speculations that if this deal materializes, it could also offer some respite to Nepali consumers who currently are having to cough out highest ever prices for petroleum products. Good morning, I'm Sapsanamma, and these are the headlines of the hour. Prime Minister Dewa all set to embark on a 3-day official visit to India, leading a 50-member delegation. Border dispute, import and export of power, chemical fertilizers, among other issues in priority. The government hikes cross-provincial public transport fares. The increase in fare based on 34% hike in diesel since mid-June last year. Sri Lanka imposes curfew in the country's capital following clashes with protesters who tried to storm Sri Lankan president's residence as anger grows over a worsening economic crisis. And Papua New Guinea faced Malaysia in the Tri-Nation T20 series. PNG seeking for their first win, Malaysia to secure a place in the finals with a win. Prime Minister Sherbahadur Dewa is embarking on a 3-day India visit today. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has informed that the 50-member Nepali delegation led by the Premier comprises 4 ministers and other officials. Premier Dewa is leaving for India this afternoon and will raise the issues of bilateral support and assistance during his 3-day visit. The two sides will also dwell on border disputes, security and status of industries being operated with Indian investment. India and Nepal are also scheduled to ink agreements on export and import of energy, easing the supply of chemical fertilizers, among others. Premier Dewa and his Indian counterpart Narendra Modi are also scheduled to virtually inaugurate the Janakpur-Jayanagar railway. Experts on foreign affairs have said that the 3-day visit provides an opportunity for the Dewa administration to better ties with India. Meanwhile, our correspondent Ramesh Thamala in Delhi has informed that all the preparations for the visit have been completed. In this context, in our Public Voice segment, we've asked people in several provinces what agendas should be raised by the Premier during his India visit. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
राष्ट्रियता अनि सीमा विवाद र हाम्रो अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय कूटनीतिक सम्बन्ध
हाम्रो भूमिको बारेमा कुरा उठाउनु पर्छ
लिपुलेक लिम्बुधुरा र कालापानीको विषयमा चाहिँ कुरा उठाउनु पर्दछ
वर्तमान परिस्थितिलाई कुनै पनि असर गर्ने खालको सम्झौताहरू नहुन्
नेपाल र भारत बीच हुने जुन आयातका कुराहरू छन् त्यसमा व्यापारिक सुधार हुनु पर्यो
चाहिँ नक्साको विषयमा पनि कुरा गर्नु पर्यो
The government has decided to hike cross-provincial public transport fares. With the price hike in petroleum products, the government has increased transport fares following the pressure of transport entrepreneurs. The Director General of Transport Management Department, Namaraj Khemire, informed that the Ministry of Physical Infrastructure and Transport decided to proceed with 10 to 15% rise in transport fares. The increase in fare is based on 34% hike in diesel since mid-June last year. Among the 13 indices of increase in fare, 34% is attributed to fuel. According to the ministry, the fare hike will be implemented only on cross-provincial public transport. The details of the fare hike, meanwhile, is said to be revealed on Sunday. Around 250,000 security personnel, including Myadi or temporary police, will be deployed for the local level elections scheduled for 13th of May. Out of the 21,955 polling centres and 10,756 polling stations designated by the Election Commission, the security institution has categorized 2,900 of them as highly sensitive and 4,400 as sensitive areas. The Nepal Police is deploying around 62,000 manpower for the upcoming local elections. Preparations are being made to select an additional 100,000 temporary police by 12th of April and send them for a 10-day training. Meanwhile, Armed Police Force APF has made ready 32,000 personnel for the polls. APF is installing camps in selected places in metropolis, sub-metropolis, municipalities and rural municipalities where elections will take place. APF, which will remain in the outer ring of security during the elections, will have to cover every polling station as all the border points will have to be closed. The Nepal Army will be using 72,000 manpower for helicopter operation, bomb disposal special squad, among others. Undercover agents will also collect information on any groups trying to disrupt the elections or cause threat with the use of small weapons. The integrated security plan from the 4 security organizations for the local level elections has reached its implementation stage. It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion. The question is, what's your take on the increasing influence of position and finance rather than principles and ideologies? Your options are A, faulty leadership, B, integrity crisis, and C, lack of awareness. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Let's move on to the sports update. Papua New Guinea are facing Malaysia in the Tri-Nation T20 series today. The match, which will be played at TU Ground in Kantipur, is scheduled to start at 12:30 p.m. The two teams are facing each other for the second time in the ongoing tournament. Malaysia had defeated PNG by a slim margin of 8 runs in their first encounter of the series. Malaysia will secure a spot in the finals with a win today. Malaysia are currently second in the points table with 2 points from 2 matches. However, Papua New Guinea are winless in the series so far. The possibility of PNG reaching the finals is slim as they have suffered 3 consecutive losses. For PNG to reach the finals, they will have to secure a win by a huge margin today. Nepal have already booked a place in the finals with a match in hand after defeating PNG by 37 runs yesterday. Armed Police Force Club have stormed into the finals of Simera Gold Cup, thumping Sarlahi's Bagmati Youth Club 4-1. In the semi-final played at Simera Stadium yesterday, Sabin Gurung opened the scoring for APF in the 12th minute. Armand Bedam scored 4 minutes later to double APF's lead. Anil Rana Magar scored for Bagmati to cut the deficit to 2-1. APF wasted an opportunity to extend the lead after Abhash Lamichhane failed to convert a penalty in the first half injury time. Armand Bedam scored his personal second goal of the match through a header in the 69th minute to extend APF's lead to 3-1. Pradeep Lama found the back of the net in the 83rd minute to secure APF's convincing 4-1 win over Bagmati Youth Club. APF will now face new road team NRT in tomorrow's title decider. And that's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.